then we do that, and then we do this, and we do that, and then we do that. And now we have another hour. Before the night is over. Fortunately, how do I say this? I'm learning that I can't physically or emotionally or what, I don't know what it is, drive properly? Well, maybe because I push myself too hard. Back. This transitioning from a trauma version of me to a non-trauma version of me is hard because I do not know. I have to do not what I did before so that I'm not so burnt out and a functional freeze or something like that. Wording. Where did the rest of that go in there? Yes, and then you can just sit there. So we do want to do is we need to get Silk Touch somehow. Let's see. We can do that. Oh no, we're trying to get the Efficiency 3 work. Maybe I should make a better syringe. Workbench. Which is that one, right? Which one? Why are you? Table. Have to do it all, or I could go find a village and do it that way to sell paper, but I've never done that. I don't know if we should do that or not. Right. Armor's a bit damaged. Sword is okay. It's got a break 2 now. Sharpness 1. Wisdom 3. Do need a fix our pickaxe a little bit. Need 16 levels, which I don't have. Let's see if we do. So what are we doing today? So let's go and recap on what we have done. So over here we've added a pontoon, made these steps, made this flat, and then made the little shrine. Well, more of a display of what we're trying to achieve, and so far we've got one of them. The other one we do need another grass block to place in, and then I need to, that's it, I need to make a to-do board. So let's do that. And I need to find where my paper is that that was my to-do list. So we need the smooth sandstone, some normal sandstone. I'm going to use the, do we have the creeper one? polish, that'll be good. Then we need signs. So we need the wood, we need the signs. There you go. That should be enough. Yeah. Right, let's go do that. Let me just write a list of the paper. No, but I'll write on this envelope. Oh, I've got no pen. Oh, got a pen. So it was 64 iron, 64 logs of any kind. It was dragon head, which I would need 2 of these. I would need 7 extra logs. We need a grass log. We visited the sand temple. So that's checked, but we'll put sand stone in there. We want, I guess, 64 diamonds. It's going to be a challenge. Plus 7. Should be displayed. We want to make okay, is it? Oh no. L? There it is. Minecraft. Ancient material. Wine and Neverest crystal. Build back up lava. Adventure. Sound music. Was it a music disc? So we need 2 of those. Let's see. Search paper. Busy. Dealing with life, and so not everything is as stuck to anything. Okay, so that's going to be tall shaders, universal shaders. So we need some nether. So enter nether, which we've done, but we just need to display that. We've made a house. The fair has no roof, but that doesn't matter. Make a mine. Yeah, there's a mine block I want to make. Enter the make a cake. That's it. Cake. So we need 2 of those. Set of enchantment gear. We've done that. Statue. Ooh, okay. And then a farm, which we've done. And then we defeat the dragon. And then we say goodbye. I may add stuff to it. That's plenty for now. So far we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So let's make this to-do list. Let's put it over here. And we can redo the path, so it's sort of, I do have to do some stairs. Sorry if you hear the chat, I don't know how to stop that. And suddenly I feel faint. I will lie down in a second. Gosh, how am I going to get a job if I feel like this nearly every day? This is my body telling me should have effed out. And I will. So after this I will definitely go to, I'm not going to stay up after. So stairs. And then we got our pattern, which is a sib. Is it better to do like this and this, or is it better to do this? And then this will be then we want this to be, make it out of wood, but I think we just do be right back. Okay. Maybe just do this board and then call it there. Yes, we do that. See, I'll talk about it in this. Maybe you just talk. Maybe we just do this board and then talk, because so we want it 3. So we want it this way, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we want that. Where here? Wind. Why is there a bit of floating dirt? Okay, whatever. Okay, right. The what? we? Dragon heads. 2. X 2. 4. Music discs. X2. In this is 9. Make 10 statue and well, that's a that's a goal. Right, let's put everything away. Get some seeds. Usually a farm related thing, or we could do carrots, seeds and carrots. There we go. So we got that one done, that one done, that one done. And then, yeah. Oh, right above what they are later, another time. Yes. So, we've done that. We've done those. Now talking, yeah, talking, but to talk, yes, to talk. So, when driving, this is what I feel. I feel like a little bit lightheaded, which is probably isn't a good thing. But I don't know what it is. Am I getting enough food in me? I don't know. I'm eating. Definitely eating. I'm definitely drinking. I'm definitely maybe I need more. I want to have a lot of like a vitamin tablet. Still, sort of, I feel a bit weird. Maybe it's not that. Maybe. I've done some exercise. Maybe because it's late and I'm drained. That's probably most likely reason. But when I'm middle of the day, or always during the day when I was driving there and back, that's when I realised it's better to get there when you can get there, and don't hurt yourself to try to get there when you know in the end you could wait and then play when you're actually ready playing. This is for Warhammer 40k specifically in the Crusade, and which is nearly finishing. But yes, so yeah, I don't know how I'm going to function doing jobs or anything extra than what I'm already doing in the day. And I'm also so overwhelmed with the fact I'm having issues with the money and fundamentals of that, and like, am I going to have enough food and money for that? But I'm just going to apply for something to help, hopefully. Does require me to do health forms. Once again, hate health forms because depending on who's sending them, I asked, do I have to write in capital letters? And they said no, it's not necessary. But you can do. I hate have to write capital letters, especially for spelling. I have dyslexia, and it's difficult. You know what? I'm going to make a parkour. Can be a parkour course. 1 second. Give me some blocks. Let's just, there we go. Something simple. It's gonna look ridiculous, but it's okay. So yes, I am sort of, yeah, struggling with the finance side of my life. You know, rock bottom is not as fun as people probably say it's terrible anyway as well. Probably never been there. Some people have, maybe are not in a stage where I'm gratitude of what I have. Got a place, I'm safe in the roof, play Minecraft on the computer. That's pretty good. But I know what it's like to not have this, and that's why I'm also grateful. But yeah, so maybe that's why. But mainly the reason why I want to talk is it's sure I that's it. It's not about, don't measure your productivity as a way of seeing you're doing stuff and you're healing, or you're being productive. That means you're at least doing something, you're getting where you need to go. Well, for me, that's really, I can at least do 3 things a day. And if I push myself, usually I do 5 things, which I probably should do less. But that's the problem. I don't know how to stop shaming me and judging myself. It's easy for me to say nice things to people, but I just have a really hard time saying nice things to myself. And the fact that I need to sit down and just allow myself to take the needs, what you need to do in this state, if you're in this state, if you've been through kind of a narcissist parents, and you've been through some sort of trauma event, and either that's been a continuous thing that you finally got out of, or you're still in, and it's like continuously burning you, then you more likely have developed something called CPTSD or complex PTSD, rather than being a... Is that a trident? What is a sword? Rather than one massive event, which gives you PTSD and gives you memories or a feeling, or you would want to avoid that particular thing. The problem with complex PTSD, it's not about avoiding the thing, because avoiding the thing is connections, it's communicating with people, it's being in the society, it's about trying to navigate the normal world and trying to soothe yourself when you have a trigger, when something comes. Maybe I'll just talk about one of my notes, but I haven't got that on my hand. But yes, it's difficult, and I'm currently doing self-therapy, so I'm basically sitting down, taking a point of time of something, so that could be a college or a place that you've been to, and then you say what time that was at your younger self, or like checkpoint yourself. Like for me, I have a school, then I have a college, so I got something, I don't really want to call it places because people know about them. Anyway, so I just have the name of that school, and then the name of that college, and then the name of that BTEC, whatever it's, that's still a college thing, and then that's like how I dedicate, and then there's a gap year, and then that's how I identify what time period it is. If it's before then, it's just I'm my child or young self, and with that, and then so I got that, and then you do awareness. It's like, what are you? This is about. Is this about the school itself and how you perceived it, how you feel about it, how you feel about it then versus now? Are you able to take one word at a time and process? You don't have to process everything. Whatever comes up, just write it down. It's simple as that. So I've been doing that, and then at the end, and then I go even more deeper into it, and then at the end, what would I do differently, or would I say to the person if it's a person, or would I want that place to be like something like that? And most of the time, stuff in the past you can't go back and change, so you have to go back and stand and watch and see. You have to do a whole 360 of the whole scenery, and process every single one of that scenery all the time, even though you think you've done it, you've processed it, and you've moved on, but it's not. It continuously comes back, so it takes a long time. Healing complex PTSD and this type of trauma, and possibly have ADHD, sometimes have autism or whatever. It's so vague of what exactly you have, because all of these things, are they fawn responses, are they freeze responses, are they, am I like this because of this, am I like this because I'm pleased, is this the group of friends I want to stay with? Was at the time like, how did I get into this friend group? And do I look back, if I did it differently, I probably wouldn't have been in that friend group. So do I want to stay in that friend group? And if that's a no, then just start to walk away. Because it's better to, especially if that friend group doesn't allow you to be your new self, the new version of yourself, the version that you are processing and developing and trying to be healthier. And it's hard. It's hard, very hard. Parkour is hard when your hands sort of hurt as well. Yes, and developing, yeah. So basically, in that stage, when you've moved out of the chaos and the difficult environment, you sort of crash. And I'm in that stage where I'm just crashed, and I don't have the energy. Sometimes I feel faint. Sometimes I have a burst of energy the whole day. I'm like, I want to do stuff, I want to get things done, I want to enjoy stuff. And then some days I'm just really depressed and I'm really struggling, and I rate myself different things. So 0.1 is the worst version of me, which would be, I would like to find, I would pretty much go and, think about taking myself out. 0.2 is a little bit stable. I'll have thoughts, of course, and of possibilities of I'll have thoughts, but I would not want to do it, and of course 0.1 I don't want to do it. 0 is basically, I'm not here. so far, out of all of what's going on, I know even my health and mental health is, and I struggle every day, and I suffer physically, emotionally, and mentally. Somehow, is that a storm coming in? Looks like it. It's just small fog. So even with that, I haven't really harmed myself, apart from biting my nails, which is sort of a form of self-harm. But really, I've actually just, that's what water picking, but most of my, so 1 out of 4 days till the difficulty goes up. So 1 out of 9, 1 out of 10 nails is bitten, and I peel a little bit of skin off, of course. The rest are good. They're cut back and they're filed, and I've been keeping care of that because that's also a form of self-care. But I also love the idea of having cool, fresh, lovely nails. I won't be really doing much. I'm just going to be talking. I'm sorry if this is just me talking about things, but it helps. It really does help to talk, because if you don't, it just starts bubbling up, and I need to head to bed. I need to go to bed. I need to finish this and head to bed. But anyway, the main thing, and because the reason why my head hurts is why we need to go to bed and have not productive, but that's fine. See, this is an example of what you need to do, right? This to-do list, right? It's not the to-do list itself. It's doing the to-do list. How much time did it take? So short. So I feel like a bit lightheaded, right? And I did this path. And I redid the surface here. I got those items. I built this. And if that is the only thing you can do for that whole day, for this period of Minecraft, that is enough. And you don't need to do anything else the whole day, and you should be proud of that. And I am also, and it's pretty cool. And that is it. But I did a little bit more. And I went over here, and I've displayed these two. And then it's just about slowly building up, or just doing as much as you can in a day. And for those who play Minecraft a lot in a session, or like you do like 3 hours non-stop, and you either doing it to record, doing it for fun, do it with friends, just remember prioritizing. Even with friends, just prioritize how you feel, and don't look at productivity, look at prioritizing your needs. If all you can do with your needs, and because this is part of my needs, it's like I want to express, I want to show, I want to play, I want to enjoy, and want to be creative, I want to work my brain a bit, and play a game that I've always played so long ago, and I've never actually had a chance to actually do this type of thing of recording, and I'm doing it this year. This is my year to take back and be the one in the seat to do this. And if it's just literally putting up a sign, or just breaking a tree, as long as you come back, of course. I mean, if you're just doing that once and a year goes by and you come back to it, maybe you would feel a bit that wasn't enough. I do that, I literally make a profile. First of all, I want to play modded. Play for literally 10 minutes. I've had enough. And then never play it for another 6 months or so forth. But also, yeah. And then I'll show myself and like, why did I waste that time when I could have been doing something else? And then that repeats the same cycle. For now, I'm gonna wait for the, no, I'm not gonna wait. I need sleep, I need to actually sleep like that. Keep doing what I'm doing is denying the needs. That is, my body is telling me, you need to stop, you need to detox, you need to start turning off the computer, you need to start putting yourself first. The body is tired that you're doing it, the uptake doing the body last. And the problem is, all of this previously, not in Minecraft, not related to Minecraft or me deciding these videos, but my previous self has had a mask. And I've masked myself to get a job, to do an apprenticeship, and did the apprenticeship, and then masked myself to please into continuing following the narrative of the parents and what they want out of, like keeping me away from house and from resting and following what I need as a person and what I wanted to do. But I carried on playing, so the mask stayed on, and then I overworked myself. And when I tried to explain this and I was struggling, my body was actually telling me first I was having issues with my bowels, and from there I was struggling. I was having more sick days because I was having this issue and I was struggling with this, and every time there was never really emotional or physically anyone really supporting me, because they would think, oh, you're just lazy, you just don't want to work, you just don't want to do anything. And then so I put on a mask, continued working, continued burning out, continued hurting myself for their happiness, so that they don't feel uncomfortable and they don't feel this way. But actually what I'm doing is hurting myself to please them, and this is why this is so hard, because currently I'm taking off the whole mask, I'm speaking the truth, and it's hard to do. It's like you've held on for so long, like a whole table above you, and then you put the table away and you're like, I don't want to pick up this table. Yet that table made you financially stable, that table made you have friends and a community, that table allowed you to be treated well by your parents and you, but also in the meantime underneath that table you've been hurt, you've been stabbed. When I say stabbed, it's mostly metaphorical, not physically. Like small needles, being stung by thousands of bees or wasps, stings, being bitten by mosquitoes, a large metal glass weapon in me, and basically what I'm doing, taking the mask off and healing the shadow, the dark elements of myself, is actually going in and taking each bit of glass out of me and seeing what's left of my broken self, and eventually my body can heal around both in those areas which they weren't able to, and then become the version of me that is the most healthiest person that stands out, talks, and actually takes accountability for myself as well, and try my best. The problem is, currently I just have a mindset like, do I want to put on the mask? and try to survive, because a mask is a survival tactic. And so, do I want to survive and just take anything that comes my way and do that, or do I continue this process and trust this process, and I will be better because I trust I did this, and I'll finally feel hope, joy, excitement, and all the things that I've lost as a person, as a human, and I'll finally get it all back. Okay, I'll give another 10 minutes. See, wait till the light goes. See what happens. I don't have any bread. See if we get tonight. And then if we do, that's fine. If we don't, I will just leave it as that. Where's the bread? Oh, is it playing outside? That's not the same thing. Oh. Oh. There you go. Is that a torch? I guess it is. It's weird. I like how the moon comes out where the sun comes out. It's like, it's weird. Yeah, so we'll finish the roof at some point. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, it's a shame how all of our popularity, all our influence, and all the things that we've done or been through until a certain point where it's like our body is finally telling us it's enough, and everything is just in your head is also going crazy, and you may use medicine, alcohol, drinking, smoking. Fair, as long as you don't shame yourself and you keep loving yourself, eventually you will break the addictions as well, because we gain addictions because we are struggling with these elements that are overlapping, eventually becoming a sandwich, burger, sub sandwich, whatever, and it's all just layers after there's like a lasagna, and it's just so many things you have to unravel, and it depends on how much elements is there, and also it depends on you, like what type of trauma is it just general issues, or is it something worse and way deeper that is hard to describe, and even your own mind and head gaslight yourself to say, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yes, it was. It happened to me. It was bad. And it can be a struggle with that, especially when you try to explain it, and then when you do explain it to someone that actually you can find and trust. That's the point of therapy, is you're there, and you're trusting that you can say what you need to say. And it's also the same thing with if you have a friend that allows you to open up deeply. It's so good, because then you can actually talk about this, about what's going on, without have to. We not get that. Don't have to worry about those elements. No, sorry, you talk about it with someone that you deeply know, and then you realise actually this is 1,000 times worse, and it's demoralising because what your brain just doesn't, or your heart haven't really accepted how bad it is. Especially it's really hard for me because my self has locked away so many memories, so many difficulties, so many abuse, so much of that just locked away. I can't. There's no way of. I can slowly open up the cabinets and peek in, but sometimes it's just blank and empty in a void, and it's like rendering right in the game. It's like it's not rendered yet. Even how many times I open the drawers, nothing's rendered for me to actually process or see. So let's see if we sleep here. See what happens. Okay. So yes, we're going to end it on 47, and when we come back, we are going to try to finish the roof, and I'm going to edit some of these, make some art. You may notice the thumbnails have been reused a couple of times to get these out. That is okay. You're a real pig, not a dead pig. So yeah, I'm going to leave it as the sun rises. As always, there is always another day to try and do what you can and do your best. And thank you very much for listening, and have a good one. And remember, prioritize your needs, not how productive you are. If you focus on your needs and you act for your needs, even if you don't want to, you're doing it for you, that is somehow that also is productivity, because you're acting for your needs. So you're doing productive things, but you're not doing it because of productivity, you're doing it because you. So if you have a bin that you need to empty, can you wait a day? Is it urgent? Is there a wash going on, or do you need to do a wash? Is it urgent? What is urgency? If you can't figure out what urgency is, prioritize your needs, then whatever is around you, then decide that afterwards. And in the end, we're only human. We make mistakes. We live with them. And it is hard. It is hard. All we can do is try. Try to do it. Try to be better. For ourselves. And unfortunately, I don't really want to say this, but sometimes you do have to be alone to figure out all this. But once you've figured out some of this, you can start to socialise, you can start to go out, you can self-date, so you can have some element of interactions. You don't need to have a partner if you don't need one. But you can still go out shopping. That could be enough socialising. Or enough interactions. And it's sort of best to just go as you are. And if you find it hard to go out there to do what you want to do, as long as you focus on how you feel and don't shame or be angry or rage to yourself, then that is progress as it. Anyway, there's probably a more easier way of saying stuff, but dribble, I guess. But that's negative, I should have said that. It's actually good. It's more droplets of light or water. But actually another thing, we don't need positivity. We don't need positivity to negate negativity. We don't need brightness and light to negate our dark. What we really need is warmth and being able to sit in the dark, making a nice fire, sitting next to our dark pits, dark places, and just sitting there with either our younger self or past self. I always get those, they're the same. Past selves, and we should devote ourselves to who we are now, not then. And we just need warmth. We don't need positivity. Positivity can make you more depressed because it's denying what you're feeling, and what you need to hear what you're feeling, so you get a fire, sit next to it, talk about it to yourself, or if you find anyone that you can talk about with someone, then do that. But you need warmth, you need layers, you need whatever you need to keep. Then eventually, when you feel recovered that thing, then you can slowly start bringing in the light and the positivity in. But then it's also up to you. What is positivity? What is good? Define what you think is good. I've relearned so much stuff that even my parents told me aren't true, things that aren't needed to be done because they don't need to be done, and it doesn't matter. It's up to you, your time, your energy. Keep yourself warm and drastic. Dino on Golden King Aplosaurus.